Big breaking news which is coming in. Well, 10 MLAs from Manipur have written a letter to the Prime Minister. They've demanded the creation of CS DGP posts for 5 districts. In fact, they have said that all the 5 hill districts should have separate CSs as well as DMs and DGPs. This is going to be very interesting. We'll have to wait and see if there is going to be an acceptance of this demand. Remember, several pleas have been going from the MLAs to the Prime Minister, to the Home Minister as well, about what needs to be done here onwards after ethnic violence had rocked the entire state of Manipur, following which there are different demands which are coming in. One of the biggest demands, of course, has been to de-arm everyone there. They are saying that illegal arms are one of the biggest reasons which has unleashed violence in Manipur. Of course, outreach is another one of the things that the central government's already doing. Outreach and speaking and holding dialogue with different communities, that has going to be critical in this condition. But now there is also a demand which is coming in for creating different posts for all the 5 hill areas. Remember, there are different communities who are inhabiting Manipur, which has led to this unfortunate ethnic strife that we have seen. A division of the administration, will that be the way forward, is the question. Let me go across to Nibir, who's joining us with more details on this. Nibir, you must tell us what is the reason, the rationale behind this kind of a delineation of the CS, the DGP in all the 5 different districts?
In Manipur ever since the clashes broke out. And if you go by the memorandum submitted to the Prime Minister, the Kuki Zomi MLAs of Manipur have now demanded a creation of a Chief Secretary post and DGP or its equivalent post for the 5 hill districts of Churchanpur, Kangpokpi, Chandel, Tengnopal and Farjol. So this is a demand to further separate the hill administration and the valley administration, and that is what the MLAs have demanded. Further, they have asked for a sanction of rupees 500 crores from the PM Relief Fund. But the bottom line is, this shows you the demand for the separation of the administration that they have been demanding since a long time. They had earlier demanded a separate administration, and now they are demanding administrative officers for the separate administration for their areas in the district that we have just talked about.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be interesting if that is going to be accepted by the Prime Minister. Well, we are going to be tracking this very closely. Thank you so much, Nibir, for joining us. We'll get you more details of that. Remember, this is going to be the way forward for this, to try and sort out the Manipur crisis, the fallout of this. Of course, there have been different suggestions which have been coming in. In fact, one of the suggestions in the past which have been given by the Manipur MPs was to ensure that there are no illegal arms, that all of that should be confiscated immediately, and demilitarization is what they had said is very critical. And following that, there were other suggestions as well. One of them, of course, is to outreach and to make sure that the communities are all brought on the table to ensure that there is no more ethnic strife that we have already seen in the post. In fact, let me go across to Deepak, who's joining us. Deepak, I believe you have that letter that has been written by the 10 MLAs to the Prime Minister. What does it say?
Right, Meghna, this is the letter that 10 MLAs have written to the Prime Minister. They have said that we, the duly elected member of Manipur Legislative Assembly, would like to approach your esteemed office to look into the plight and grievances faced by the community people of Manipur since 3rd May. As your esteemed office is aware, that since 3rd May 2023, the Kuki Zomis, mostly residing in Imphal as government employees, businessmen, daily wage earners and laborers, were suddenly subjected to a wave of devastating attacks by the Métis militias. This is the letter that they have written, and they've also went on.
Right.
They've also gone on to say that.
Tracking the developments on that front. We'll come back to you, Deepak, for more details on that.